Hey folks, FJB3 here, the Wrestling Nut. More content for geeks. I wanted to give you my takeaways from last night's Raw. Overall, it was an average show. It didn't suck, and it's not going to be something I remember too much greatly. But here are my takeaways. Okay, so Rollins opens up the show with his newly minted faction. Bronson Reed is now in it, and he delivers the standard Raw opening promo. But he does something a little different that I will appreciate. He kind of elevates the actual Money in the Bank briefcase because he really says it decides the fate of champions. He's the architect, he's the visionary, and that really works for me. Not a bad promo. Moving on here, folks. Get a qualifier match, all right? Penta, Dragon Lee, Chad Gable, all awesome. Vikingo interferes. There's a future match at a pay-per-view called Worlds Collide between Chad Gable and Vikingo. Penta ends up winning the match. It's the right decision. Okay, so he's in the Money in the Bank. Moving on here, folks. Liv Morgan's back, and she catches Dominic Mysterio flirting with Roxanne Perez, and Roxanne's flirting with him, and that's kind of cool. You know, that's soap opera, but that's a story, and that's something to watch. I'll talk about Dominic in a moment, okay? Then we get Rusev in a squash match, folks, and Sheamus comes in for the save. Okay, sign me up for this. All right? I know it might hurt either character, but I don't care. Sheamus versus Rusev, I want to see them, tussle, several times in a banger of a match. Moving on. Tag team action, folks, this division is dead. The crowd doesn't care. It was a fine match, but they need to unify the tag team belts. All right, they should have never split them up to begin with. There's not enough tag teams, okay? That's what they need to do. Moving on. All right, Uso and Gunther have another promo battle here, exchange, I should say, and it's like they're trying to piss off wrestling fans like me. It's crazy. They already had 10 weeks of this build for WrestleMania, and they're doing the same thing. I really want to stress to y'all how bad Jey Uso is on the mic. He's riffing with the fans like he was riffing with his brother, and his promo skills are terrible, folks. Moving on. All right. Liv and Carrie Zayn, we get the Liv match back. There's some interference. Roxanne Perez, again, that story develops a little bit more. Liv loses. She's mad at Roxanne Perez. Dominic's in the middle. So here's my problem, folks. Dominic has layered stories. He's got the story about how he's going to lead the Judgment Day with Finn Balor and a story about his girlfriend. All right, does the Intercontinental Championship need to be involved in that? I say no. That's a belt that needs to be used to elevate other talent. Chad Gable, Penta, moving on. Finally, Valkyrie and Becky Lynch will get a rematch. There was a lame promo battle between them, but we get a rematch, which is good. Moving on. Karrion Kross. I love this little sneaky segment backstage. He's whispering in Sami's ear, and he's completely right. In this iteration of Sami Zayn, you'll never be world champion. Let me guide you. Let me help you to that. Cool. Moving on. Rollins qualifies at the main event on the card in the most predictable ending you'll ever see. They do this all the time. So Rollins and Penta are now in the Money in the Bank. So CM Punk comes in at the end, but, I think CM Punk's just on a holding pattern, folks, right now. They're keeping him, on the top card in the spot, but there's really nothing going on with him. So overall, average show. You got your qualifiers. Liv and Roxanne, that's kind of cool, that little heat there. Mysterio with the layered stories. Do you need the IC belt? Rusev, Sheamus, good shit. And now we get a rematch between Lynch and Valkyrie. There are my thoughts, folks. Give me your thoughts. Leave me a comment. I'll respond to it. If you get anything from my content, I try to give good shit. Please like it. That would be really cool. Subscribe to it. That would be even better. I do it for the love of the game. I get it right a lot, but when I'm wrong, I'm the first to admit it. So I thank you for watching.